Hello YouTube. Today I have the Syma X20 Pocket. So let's open this thing up and see what we have here. Now, I've already had it out of the box because it has those little things you got pins it down. So I had to get those loose so I don't have to fight with this on camera. Okay, so we got, let's see, got the USB charge cable, got the instruction book. We have 4 extra props and a screwdriver. And we have the transmitter. So props, screwdriver, instruction book, charging cable, and transmitter and quad. Okay, so the quad itself, it's not very big. It is roughly 70 millimeters across there from center prop to center prop. It's about, what do we got here? With the prop guards, about 115 millimeters long and 115 wide. And it's probably, I'd say about 27 millimeters tall. Okay, it's got nice little rubber feet here for softer landings. The prop guards seem to be pretty sturdy, not too sturdy, but you know, they're nice and flexible. They seem durable. Kind of looks like a typical basic Syma design in a way. Now the power button is on the top, so let's see, let me get some batteries on this. Transmitter takes 4 AAAs. And I have the AAA sitting right here. Where'd it go? Hold on. There they are. Get them out of the pack. Sorry for this delay here, but you know how it goes when you're new making videos. Alright, in this transmitter, you got little tabs right here, so you got to slip your battery underneath the tab. And then you can put your other battery right there. And you got to do the same thing on this end. Okay, now there's a screw that holds this in. I've already taken that out because these things clip in pretty nice. Okay, as for the quad, your power button's right here on top. Just hold that down, and there you go, it's on. Hold it down, it's off. Okay, the transmitter, let's go over this real quick. We have, let's look at the instruction manual because I forgot some of this. Sorry this is taking so long with this video. We got, yeah, high-low speed switch is your top left. Your flip switch is your top right, but you have to hold that in and then do your direction you want to do. This is for your trim. You got to hold this button down and do your trim left, right, forward, back until you're done trimming, and then you let the button go. This button does absolutely nothing. These two buttons together up here is your auto takeoff and auto landing. You press them both at the same time. Also, if you want headless mode, you would press and hold this the top left button. Now this is an altitude hold quad, so the left stick centers, so like the right one, but this is a mode 2. You got your typical yaw, your up and down, pitch and roll over here. Now these sticks are not like tilting sticks, they kind of slide. I don't know if you can see that. They slide instead of rock. That's the way these sticks work, which is kind of weird. I don't know if I like that. But anyway, there's also a way to reset, like say you got your trims and everything. This kind of this retains the memory of the trims apparently. So there's a way to reset it, and you hold the trim button down and then turn it on, and it resets it. It beeps several times and it resets all the trim. So that comes in handy so you don't have it thing drifting off on you just whenever. But to bind it, when you turn the quad on, you turn on your transmitter, Get it up here a little bit. And then you would up and down with your left stick. Now you can arm this in a couple different ways. Both sticks down into the center. That arms it. You can also down into the center to turn it off. And that's the quick way to turn it on and off. You can also go up with your throttle stick to arm it. And you got to hold down your throttle stick for a couple of seconds and then it'll shut off. But the fastest way, if you're ever in a situation where you're going to crash, I would just say both sticks down to the center. It shuts it off almost immediately. So there you go. There's the transmitter. There's the quad basic. We're going to do an indoor flight here. I don't know how well this would do outside, but one day I'll try it. So I'll be right back with an indoor flight. Okay, I'm back, and I did forget to mention two things about the transmitter here. Calibrating the gyros on a level surface are both sticks down and to the right. Calibrating for the headless mode, when you go into that, to calibrate front, you have to hold the transmitter right behind it, directly behind the quad, and they're down and to the left, both sticks. So that's how you do those. I just forgot to mention those when I did the unboxing. But let's get this thing in the air here. First thing I'm going to do is demonstrate the headless mode. So we got to turn it on. Hold down this button. Turn on the transmitter. And it's up, down. And then headless mode is, well, let's calibrate the gyros first. Down and to the right. Okay. Headless mode, you hold the left button on the top, down. And now it beeps. Then you calibrate front, down to the left, and up. And it stops beeping after a little bit, but the quad will continue to flash as long as you're in headless mode. Okay. So let's see how this headless mode does as soon as I get the camera adjusted here again. Got my air conditioner going, so it's kind of blowing some air around in here. Alright, let's get this up here. Headless mode. Okay, the headless mode seems to work okay. And you just press and hold that left top button down again to get out of headless mode. Now it should be out of headless mode. And it is out of headless mode. Okay. So let's see if we can do a flip here. You got to hold the top right button and then do the direction. And it does pretty good with the flip. And it does all directions of flip, forward, back, left, right, or the back flip. There's a forward flip. And try and get it back in the camera here. Okay, so there's your roll in low rate. Now let's see, there's only two rates on this, so it's left top button, just tap it. Now you're in high rate. This thing is pretty quick. It will get going. It takes a second for it to get going, but it will go. There seems to be quite a bit of drift in it, no matter which rate I'm in here. So let's just fly around. Give it a little bit of a flight here. And the red is in the front. One other thing I forgot to mention is when you plug this thing in to charge it, the two lights on the back of the quad are red until it's done charging, then they go out. And I got to tell you, this thing took a while to charge. It took probably an hour and 20 minutes to charge, maybe a little longer. So I don't know how long it would take when it's completely dead, but it was in storage, at storage capacity. There is some drift here. I do have to probably trim it, but I can't tell with the air conditioner blowing in here. Okay. Oh, get it back in the camera over here. Okay. This is altitude hold, like I said, so there's your up and down. I don't think the high rate makes any difference here. Nope, high rate doesn't make any difference in the up and down. Let's just see how long we get a flight out of this. I'll tell you what, I'm not a person. My personal preference is no headless mode. I do not like headless mode much. I end up trying to control the throttle and messing up my flying. This thing is, even at low rate, it gets going. It's not super fast, but for what it is, it's pretty decent. I think this thing might handle a slight breeze outside, so one of these days I'll probably get out and try and do an outdoor flight with it, see how fast it'll actually go. And there's the lights to land, and go ahead and land it here. Okay. So, let's see how long we got a flight out of that. About 4 minutes. So, yeah, it does pretty decent. I mean, it's pretty stable. There is a bit of a drift to it. You do have to correct quite a bit. So, my personal preference, I don't like altitude hold quads, so if you like altitude hold, I'd say it's a good quad. It seems like it would take a little bit of a bouncing around here and there. I don't know what it would take to actually break it. I'm not going to test it right now, not for that anyway. If I do have a crash and I break it, I'll let you know what happened. But yeah, Syma X20 Pocket seems like a pretty decent quad. And one of these days, like I said, I'll try and get an outdoor flight just to see how fast it will actually go. It's kind of hard to do that in the house here. So thanks for watching.